Barcelona has always been a city with a history in automobiles. But here, on an apparently normal street in San Juan d'Espí, there's a place that very few people know about. A workshop where cars are not just simple machines, but true museum pieces. Here, every restoration is done with patience, with expert hands, and with absolute respect for what they represent. And of course, when something like this exists, it doesn't go unnoticed by the Agui newspaper or La Vanguardia. Or even Mike from Wheeler Dealers, who traveled from England to film an episode in this very place. Restoring none other than the car that defined an era throughout Spain in the 1960s, the Seat 600. Today I couldn't be any less. And I've come to visit Francesc Palau's workshop to discover not only the cars, but also the stories that this unique workshop holds. I'm Mark's Garage, and I love cars. Francesc, how are you?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, good afternoon. Hello, I was really looking forward to coming to see your workshop. And this has greatly influenced the whole field of print media as much as the newspaper Agui La Vanguardia. What other photos, cars that have appeared, also an article, and the only workshop in Spain that Joyas Sobre Ruedas chose to bring a car to this gentleman. So let's go meet him. We just walked in, and the first thing that caught my attention is this machine you have here. What is this machine?
Well, this was an old machine for checking alternators, dynamos, distributors, and starter motors, which, well, has been moved around a lot. This was the only place I had left for it.
And do you use it a lot?
I had used it, then I used a Bosch machine, and now it's only from time to time. Well, don't throw it away.
No, but it looks really nice here at the entrance without a doubt.
Well, it kind of shows the type of cars that come in here, yeah.
Yeah, you have cars. From the 20th century up to, I imagine, the young timers, do you...
Right? 20th century.
20th century, did it remain? Yes. Talking with Francesc about the experience with Wheeler Dealers, it's been a very nice experience, hasn't it?
Yes, very special, very nice, and also very intense. And well, waiting for the final result, which I haven't seen.
How many days were you here?
Well, they were here during 2 different weeks, so it's about 10 days.
You were telling us in total, yes, 10 days.
15 people.
Then you went with what you organized, you guys. I don't know if you see this little sign that says Travesead. It's a gathering they do once a year. If I'm not mistaken, it's a week where they go with a Seat 600, right? And do you travel through some part of Spain? I know last year you went all the way to Galicia, right?
Yes, the idea is more or less about 100 600s. And every year we travel through a different area of Spain, a region, a slightly different route. And last year we did the Basque country, and well, next year we'll start with Andalusia.
And this year Mike from Wheeler Dealers came with you?
Yes, to see the concept of the show. As everyone knows, they buy a car and then, well, they go to a meeting that brings together that type of car to go through the selling process. Well, in the end, it's all a show, right? And so they were very interested in linking the program with Travesead. What happened was that everything was packed together and, well, it was complicated, but yes, in the end, they were able to come. At the end of the Travesead...
No, the car. On the last day they sold it.
Yes.
Yes, they sold it?
They sold it to a person who had participated for the first time as a companion in Travesead, accompanying his son, who already had a 600, and he liked it so much that he said, I want to buy a 600 myself. And when he saw Mike wearing the 600 for sale t-shirt, he said, hey, I'll buy it from you. And well, and in the end, they finalized the sale at the bank. That was the end of the adventure. A week later...
Discovery is the one that made the sale directly with the gentleman. I can't imagine. No, Mike in person.
No, well, yes, there is a group of producers, and well, this is the case.
It's not like Mike goes to the EGT and gives his English permission there and they do a special number for him. None of this, nothing. Nothing at all. Let's see what you have inside.
Yes. My father started almost 60 years ago collecting, and well, memorabilia is very important to us. And between what he had and what I've been buying myself, we're going to add a bit of color to the walls, otherwise it's very dull to work with plain walls like this.
I love how they set up the workshop. I'm not sure if you can see it. What are you working on now?
Well, in the end, there are two of us working. Here we have a 500-meter plant, so it's not really a matter of crowding it too much. We've finished this Alpha Giulietta Spider Veloce and more or less the mechanical part. Electrical work, and next week we'll probably put it on the ship and start upholstering.
To Italy? Did they bring it to you from Italy?
It's not a local client, but the interior finish in Italy comes with an ASI certificate. Just as it came from the factory. We try to take care of that a bit, right? How did it come out? This car has been painted in its original color. It's a matching numbers car with its original chassis and engine numbers. You have to take care of it, take care of these things, because in the end, that's really what the serious collector is looking for. So, well, we've already done 4 or 5 of these cars, and we just finished upholstering them near Rome. It's really not very complicated because we put the car on the ship, it docks in Civitavecchia, and they come to pick it up there because they're half an hour away. They drop us off at the airport, we come back, and after about a month or so, we go pick it up. The washes, the ironing, repair, paint, and mechanical work have new exclusivity.
What a beautiful mechanism.
The truth is that the Alphas from the 50s are the prototype of beautiful design.
Seven, 10 years ago, nobody wanted these cars, and now they're incredibly fashionable.
It's a trendy car, yes.
It's the most fashionable car since it was made here in Spain. More popular than ever right now.
I experienced this 30 years ago with the Jeep Willys. 30 years ago, everyone was looking for a Jeep Willys. The more military, the better from the war. And people would go out with Jeep Willys. Nowadays, nobody looks for a Jeep Willys. There are people who have them, but there used to be some really important outings. Has the excitement died down a bit? I don't think the military is viewed positively these days, but in fashion...
Here in Europe, nothing military, nothing about the 10.
I'm talking about the same environment that worked a lot 30 years ago, and now, well, there's been a boom. With the Land Rover, why? It's not entirely known, just small details, but now the world is very interested in the Land Rover.
I think Hollywood has helped a lot with these cars because in the last 3, I'd say 3 or 4 James Bond movies, they always show up Series 3, Series 2, or Defender. These cars are trendy now thanks to Hollywood. I see you have one. These are the hubcaps, but these hubcaps are a very rare thing to see on a Land Rover Series 2A.
Well, it's the special one. It's the special model, yes.
Special. And they came with these hubcaps with the square boxes. Exactly. That were from...
The 4 headlights in front, yes.
Yes, very ugly, but...
And the headlights...
The trailer lights in the back? Yes, the trailer lights in the back were very, very ugly. But inside you have all the features of Series 2, right? It's beautiful and classic. This one has a glove compartment, which is also something very rare to see because normally they didn't have a glove compartment. And here there was also a little box that covered the lights.
Well, here goes the windshield wiper motor, yes.
Up here and inside, yes.
Where a cover hides it, since otherwise it would look ugly.
Yes.
And then it has a clamp that grabs both axles so they move at the same time.
Here we have the overdrive, which is also very rare. It's here, yes, right? It's a rare thing to see in Land Rover Series 2A. Is it rare to find one with original overdrive? Yes.
They actually bought this one for the overdrive.
It's due to the overdrive. Nowadays, finding one is difficult, and they can easily cost around 1,500 euros, especially an overdrive that's already restored and ready to install. Is something missing? Yes, the engine is missing. Where is it?
Yes, well, actually, when they bought it, it was smoking a lot, which was strange. There was a cylinder, a piston that was ruined, so it had to be taken out. I already have it prepared over there. So now we have to paint a bit of the chassis and the cabin, and the front has been cleaned. It was done because the owner wants to use it for regular outings.
There's a club called the Historics Club. I don't know if you know it, with Francesc Palau. They do a lot of outings with Land Rovers. If you have a Land Rover, I recommend you visit Ferran's website and YouTube channel because you're going to enjoy it a lot with all the gatherings and outings they organize. I usually go and have a great time too. The other one I see is a bit more of a delicate restoration. The steering wheel isn't the right one, is it? The steering wheel? It's from the latest generation. It even hurts your eyes. This one is alone.
To be able to move it, because turning like this is painful.
But the restoration, this one is much more different than the other. The paint job is very nice. All the exposed galvanized parts.
This one was done from the chassis. The chassis was repaired.
Brake hubs, everything is visible.
And now it's in the finishing process.
Is this one staying here or going abroad?
The intention is for it to stay here. Afterwards, do you know what happens? People also see a way to make money. And so, well, many times they sell it and ask me to make another one. That's why it never stops. It keeps coming back every time.
How much could a restoration like that of a Land Rover be worth?
More or less, from top to bottom, everything, including the engine, everything is about 25,000 euros.
No, you're not expensive. Are you talking about paint? Yes, really, yes. And what am I doing my own restorations if they've cost me twice as much? Well, now you know where I'm bringing my Land Rover next time. Do you really charge 25,000 euros to do everything? It's more about passion than business?
That's right, because here we don't have clients, we have friends. Here they become like family. And then the most important thing is to make use of them afterwards, to have these cars for after they're finished. And look, I have it, but I don't. And so, well, I try to organize small outings to give them life, which is the big deficit of their natural habitat. We did some outings with cars that Moritz brought to the regions. When Moritz came out as a beer, it was already old, but as a new beer, and it was going to be shown to people. We did classic car outings and I organized them. I still have a poster there. Let's see.
Let's go see what he's telling us about. Let's see. I see all the posters there. We keep going in and out of the workshop. It's hard to keep moving further inside this workshop because they have a lot of stuff over there. I see it.
Each poster was a departure from Moritz arriving at Pizzeria Rose by Penedès.
When
they made
the reintroduction of beer, let's say, and all the advertising, well, they did it very well. At that time, I was no longer living in Spain and only came back for vacations. And that's when I saw for the first time in the street a 600 with all the Moritz branding. And it really amused me. Later, over the years, I found out that this man is the one who made all the 23 or 24 seat 600s that Moritz bought. It's been a while since I've seen one.
They're not sitting in the basement and they're just sitting there. It's been at least 4 or 5 years now.
What a shame, because it was really fun to see them from time to time. Well,
Life changes, people change, company policies change.
yes, trends. Are these vehicles now frowned upon in many of the big Spanish cities?
No, I don't think the 600 is frowned upon in Spain with the Journey. I can tell you, wherever we go, people welcome us with open arms.
People and politicians are different.
Politicians don't go out on the street. The people, because especially in Spain, it's Spain's car. Every household has had one. Therefore, above all, it brings you good memories.
I also have one in my collection from my father, and I had it sitting there for many years until it broke down. So I wanted to surprise my mother and I restored it. I'm going to leave you a link to the video here, and well, I restored it. And cars bring more than just 2 doors and 4 wheels. They have that nostalgia, that love you sometimes develop for some objects. And honestly, the 600 at home really made a big impact, because I remember that my 2 sisters, the cat, my grandmother, and my parents would all go. And you say, but wait, it was a 600, right? Yes, we were all packed in there, really packed in.
There are people who restore it as an investment, the 600, but the only real meaning is family sentimental value.
Absolutely, pure nostalgia.
It's true that if you want to go out to classic car events, the 600 is a car you could take out every weekend if you wanted to. In one club, in another, in a city, and for relatively little money, it allows you to be very happy and enjoy it.
Without a doubt.
And if you add this to the sentimentality that came from your father, your uncle, well, that's it.
But do you know what would make me happier? Having a Series 1 at home? This is nice, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sweetheart. I'm missing this one. This one I'm missing. It's a Series 1. It's nice, isn't it? Are you restoring it too? Yes, a complete one, frame off. Yeah, yes, it's beautiful, isn't it?
I took it out to do the installation because I'm not exactly known for my physical strength, and it's hard to deal with so many things in there.
I see you guys are working on a seat 600 there too.
Is this what you were talking about, the sentimentalism? This car belonged to a family in a town during the pandemic, and the son painted it with spray paint.
He needed something to stay occupied, no?
No. Later, they asked me to get it started, and last year, well, we got it up and running. In fact, when we went to get it, the engine was seized. Well, we got it unstuck, fixed the brakes. My son used it for everything. And then he said, now I want to paint it all. So it's been painted, and now we're painting the underside a bit with my son. He's not an alien, he's my son. The 3rd generation. How exciting.
Right? Yes. Since what year has this workshop been open?
We, as a workshop, opened in '91. In the family home in central Barcelona, I was there with my father. And, well, it's been over 2 years now with all the problems about cars being able to get to my workshop.
Did I ask you that? When I came, I said it's a low emission zone because I wasn't sure if Joan Disby was affected.
There are, but there aren't any cameras. Yes.
And I came with a classic car, which is what I really enjoy and what I like to drive. By not coming with a new car, I could have a new car, and I do. But if I can come with a classic, then you'll see me with a classic. Can we take a closer look at that seat 600? Wow, that's a pretty unusual color, isn't it? This blue.
Yes, I have acquired like this light and pale
Yes, custom made, since these weren't available in these colors.
for colors and tastes.
No, okay, look, I'm not criticizing him.
It was curious. No, me neither, no.
I'm not criticizing him. It was just for those of you watching the video that this seat 600 didn't come in that color, that's all.
In fact, the car had been green, then with spray paint it became white or something similar to white. And they came here with the grandfather, who was the one who first drove the car with the grandmother,
Oh, how funny.
the son, who is the one taking on the restoration, and the grandson who says the car will be his. What grandson is 8 or 9 years old. The circle is closed that's in the car. I think it has a long life ahead of it. Basically, what is it about? Yes?
Yes, it's one of the nicest things, right? That it goes from father to son.
And staircases. Floors have been made. What else has been made?
Yes, that's strange in these cars.
That thing has been done that... Of course, now the maintenance is minimal.
Can we meet your son? Of course. No. I want you to look like a worker with a worker's face. Yes. I'm sure I just moved with a worker's face,
Come on, put the mask on too.
No, you can't tell. You can't really tell.
I don't believe it.
Very good. You can't tell.
Hostia Galeria Bueno, how's it going?
How does it feel to work with your father and with a workshop that is now so internationally recognized? It must be very exciting for you.
It's exciting and always motivating. Working with my father is fascinating. Honestly, he's a guy I find challenging. You know, there's always this rivalry about who's right, you or me.
Always, the father, always, right?
Not always, but damn, he knows them all, he really does. The truth is, you learn, you always learn. Always. I've said that both my father and my grandfather worked with the best. And sooner or later, if I keep working with them, I'll end up being the same. And honestly, damn, with my father there are some really good moments, but with my grandfather there are even more. Plus my grandfather really has that thing where he spoils me, and damn,
You don't spoil him.
I don't have time.
He has to restore the Land Rover, you know?
My grandfather says, hey Gerard, come over Sunday and have lunch with your grandmother. We'll work on this Hispano and its engine. I want you to handle it.
Do they convince you to work on a Sunday with food?
Really? Yes, because grandma's food is the best.
Knowing that, give me your phone number because I'm going to call you on weekends too, if I have a paella.
You like anything, anytime, right? And in the end, with something that's with your own grandfather, well, it ends up being fulfilling. Damn, my grandfather has something great. And the thing is, when it comes to old things, old cars, they know a lot, especially about Hispanos and Fords. You don't argue with him about anything, not at all. And my father, damn, with the Land Rover 600, he's another one who specialized, even though these are already old.
Yes.
And damn,
Well, now we're talking about a different kind of class. When we talk about a Hispano, of course, old ones, people in Spain who are specialists with that vehicle. I know a workshop in Barcelona, and as a distinguished person, I know everything. Well, Mr. Salvador Claret in seals, and that's it. And I imagine your grandfather...
was Salvador Claret's best friend. In fact, Claret's father was his teacher. He was his teacher. I think I remember that all my grandfather wanted to be was Claret's father. And he has told me stories. And the Seals Fair is named after him because of everything he did. And damn, my grandfather at the fair. Impressive at every moment. 10 people come up to greet him and all that. That's when I believed it. That's when I said, damn, my father's kind of famous. Careful, huh? Right? No? And in the business, super well known and super respected. Yeah.
Isn't following a family tradition the most beautiful thing? Yes. Well, I'm really glad to have met you because I really wanted to, honestly, because I've spent my whole life living outside the country. So now I'm getting to know the people who work in my field, in my area. Even though I was born here, I don't know many people. And little by little, I'm getting to know all these amazing people. That's what I think. Wow, I didn't know they existed, and someone has to show me, maybe through a newspaper or sometimes a press article, and I go, wow, they live next door, but I don't know them. It's embarrassing and I feel bad. I apologize for not coming earlier, for taking 7 years since the channel started to finally come here to this workshop. So please forgive me, okay? It's all right.
2 of us from quarantine forgive you.
But do you have a second floor with cars from your collection? Don't you?
No, the collection isn't here.
We have it somewhere else, of course.
We're still in Barcelona. We moved a few years ago. We moved here to Sant Joan d'Espí because the place in Barcelona became too small for us. Upstairs, we have additional restoration projects.
Well, clients, yes.
Yes, well, clients.
Some finished and waiting for, and others to start. Yes, yes.
Do you want to see them, or should we just leave them here?
The evolution is above our work.
We're gonna see it. Sometimes when I tease you, I ask if there's another series 1 not to restore.
Yes, yes.
Your 2 sons and father? Only one convinced? Yes?
You don't play hard.
Are we going to convince him or not?
Yes.
What a shame, these photos. This is my son Gerard, the one we can't convince.
He was a first.
And look, you were already trying since you were little. Well,
This is a car restored by Grandpa for his first anniversary.
is that how you encourage young people so they can continue your trade later on? No, yes, here you go. These toys aren't malicious. There's always another story behind it, right? And I recognize you in this photograph, don't I?
Yes, that's my wife and my 2 children at the 50th anniversary of Travesead. With a car that for us is the most iconic, which is a car, the 1800.
Not 90.
1902. I always say that I think it's the car with the lowest Barcelona license plate, the oldest car.
It's number 161?
No, not him.
No, which one is it?
The 187.
You have it, yes.
Do you also have the 161, 184?
Also? Oh my God, go up, go up.
This is already.
Becoming more of an illness than anything else. Almost nothing, almost nothing.
Here. When we moved a little over 2 years ago, yeah, we're still trying to get everything in order because we moved while we were already working. And well, so this was kind of part of the storage. Yeah. Here. I thought that during a certain time of the year we could work here with more natural light, but it's either too cold or too hot. So we have them here as a parking lot. And to work downstairs.
Wow, how many Land Rovers do you own? Now people will think I came for the Land Rovers, right? No. If you have many Land Rovers, yes. So what happened there? From 600, this gentleman is very well known for the 600S and lately for the Land Rovers. But they're all from female clients.
Huh? Yes.
They're on the waiting list, right? Yes.
They're maintenance jobs, and I'll come pick some of them up after summer. That one, for example, then that Fiat 500.
Yes, I have a Fiat 500 too. I have one, yes.
I have to restore this one. A customer bought everything to give it as a gift to his wife next year. Years ago. And he wants it in a pistachio green color, and he wants it restored. Perfect. And so, since he couldn't keep it at home, he said, I'll send it to you and you can work on it whenever you can.
Very nice, yes.
I'm not like that.
Let's elaborate. We don't want her to see the channel and think, that's about me. No, it's not about you, girl. It's not you. No, it's not about me. No, I'm not that made-up guy.
The 500.
Neither. At home we have both, the 500 and the 600.
Yes, us too. We have one of the. I understand that only 3 500 of ours arrived in the original era. Yes, 66 with Junko, so we have one. And we have what I think is the Fiat. I mean, the 600, whether it's seat or Fiat. The oldest Fiat 600 that came into Spain.
Wow, from 55.
Yes.
Yes.
And I also think we have in the collection the...
He just created it, huh?
Yes, because sometimes you never know this.
But there wasn't that much documentation.
No, because sometimes there might be things out there. I think we have the oldest existing seat vehicle. Working, it's a seat 1,400, Barcelona 87,480.
But a few years ago, Seat was looking for a 1,400 for their collection, yes. And they were searching for the oldest one they could find. Yes, well, and yes.
It's more the one that is considered. And its registration number is a bit lower, 87-233. If you check it with the Department of Motor Vehicles, it was registered 15 days after mine. You know, those things that just happen in Spain, right? Well, we have some picturesque cars. That's why I always say I'm a geek about subjects, license plates, details, and stories. And for example, I have a 600. From the day I was born, I kept searching until I found a 600. Just like me, when my knee hurts, it has a kneecap that's about to give out. Are we the same? It's those small things that help you handle the craziness of saying yes.
Of continuing to collect, yes.
I built that car so my kids could start going to the outings. Because you have to make life a little easier for them so they get into our hobby.
How curious, right? That there are two seat 600s with the same color. There must be a story behind this.
Not this 600 here.
It can't be the same owner?
No, this 600 here. It was assembled from scratch during an auto retro show. During the 4 days of the show, it was put together with kids from the Montlau School and 600 enthusiasts who acted as their mentors. It was assembled from scratch, an activity that was done with Moret's beer.
Okay.
And this one belongs to a client, to the grandfather of one of my clients, who was the first to use it. And one day he took it and told his family. I painted it green and he showed up with the car yellow, and that's when they realized the man was colorblind. And then when my client turned 50, her husband gave her the restoration as a gift and wanted it yellow, just like her grandfather liked.
In the end?
All cars, when they're assembled and everything, they're all beautiful.
Yes, without a doubt. And what else do you have hidden around here?
Look, now they brought me this one. A girl who doesn't know what to do with the car, who at first wanted to sell it. Then she told me, it's the only memory I have of my father. I said, and you're going to sell it? I asked, do you prefer a Land Rover? Then added, but your father never had one. Total? So I said, look, I can charge you for the mechanic's hours, but for the psychologist's hours, this only covers part of it. I'm psychoanalyzing you. How are you doing? This has happened to me with a lot of people. Historically, the 600 seemed like something that wasn't stylish, that was kind of insignificant and all that. And now they realize that it's sometimes the only connection with their loved ones. And so there are customers who, wouldn't give me 500 euros. I say, let's see, was it your grandfather's? Yes. And do you already have grandchildren? Do you know how hard it is to tell a child this car was your great-great-grandfather's?
Sometimes people just don't see things the way we do.
I changed him, I psychoanalyzed him again, so in the end that car he was going to throw away.
They last for hours, but eventually say no to the 500 euros. That's the sad part. I also try to help people see these kinds of things, but I get really upset because then they leave.
I usually get my way, yes.
I'll send them over here, and when I see that I don't get my way, I'll send my wife to you too. And then here to work for a while. Okay, but why? Because you'll see that we don't have that many cars. Okay, well, see how I have to bring her. I'll leave her here for you. When is the best day to leave her? Whenever you want.
She's hard to convince.
Yes, she's unique.
This one is original.
Yeah, that's weird. There's a small mark on the right and everything has one.
No, well, I had this little mark on a wooden boat I used to have. And when my kids were little. And since it was the same color to hang on a wall, I left it here.
It's one of the few I see that's original.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Is this, have you lived in Barcelona your whole life?
With the original color, I can't imagine.
Well, the inside part has never been painted, but the outside part has been painted.
This is almost like the gardener, you know?
Yes, this is one of those with
The color of
the...
the first, it would already be B. Yes? It's very beautiful.
And here we have another one. The brother of the one below, which is a project. Now, when the other one goes to be upholstered, we'll start with this one.
And what's the story behind the painted tires? Is it the same as the rim? You guys don't do this yourselves, I imagine, right?
This car is about 18 years old. We took it from one shop to another for the customer because it had been painted at one shop and that one didn't finish it. Wow, we took it to another one. And now, a year ago, we went to pick it up again from the other one, which had closed.
Oh my, yeah, the things that happen, the stories.
So now I am, because no, if it's painted, I mean, but let's see. First, they painted it Ferrari red, if you want it. Paint it Alfa red, but paint it Alfa red.
Yeah.
And second, I checked a bit, and this car wasn't red either. It was blue, like the one below, Capri blue. And then, now I'm already in contact with the Alfa Romeo Museum, so they can give me all the information about
The originals.
what color did it come out in. Yes, by chassis number, motorcycle number, all of that, it's yours. And from there, well, the restoration will be carried out. The good part is that all the bodywork has been restored. It needs to be repainted. Well, all the paint needs to be removed and see
What bodywork has been done and
fix it up. But I understand it doesn't have any rust or anything like that, right? You don't know this more or less? No, I haven't checked it from top to bottom. Ah, okay.
don't you think? Are you not going to have any surprises?
And he already had bills?
Well, but this doesn't mean anything. We also have bills.
No, they're low and all that. The lows, well, yeah.
Yeah, they're easy to see.
No, yeah. What happened is, well, they gave it a facelift, right? You still need to finish subtracting.
What do you think? When this gentleman removes the paint, call me and I'll come to see if the work is really done underneath or not. Let's see who's right, okay? But when are you more or less right? The YouTuber's always right. When do you think you'll be able to start this job?
Well, my idea would be, let's see, this car needs to be put on one of those rotating machines that holds the car. And it's being used right now on a Mercedes Pagoda. So when they're done painting it and we can take the Mercedes down, I already have all the supports ready to put it on the ground. So will this car be able to go on the frame? This one, and be able to work? I'm figuring...
But yes, the rotisserie.
I figure a couple of 3 months.
It would be interesting to follow these projects.
And here we have the 2 support vans for the journey that they have, there, They're loaded with 2 refrigerators with a local system using a transformer from 12 to 220 volts. So that during the journey, if you need some water, you go to the van and they give it to you. If you need a lemonade, an orange soda, a Pepsi, courtesy of Swepsi cars. They give us drinks so that people, if they have low blood sugar, can have something. They can.
With so many kilometers and the heat inside a Seat 600, I imagine you can't keep up serving drinks.
Right? Yes, well, actually, the drinks in the vans are there for that. Yeah. If you don't hand them out, you feel kind of sad. Wow, right? So, well, it's always appreciated when you stop or when someone gives you a cold water. Well, what sets us apart?
He's so used to it that he even gave me one for me. Exactly. It's already a thing. They've already given you bottles, yes.
And here we have another one that's on the waiting list.
Another Series 1, you can recognize it by the sides it has. But oh my, how much work does this one still need?
All of us in the end, we all start.
Yeah, I started off worse.
I started off worse.
A project like this, so I understand you perfectly.
We've got this so down that we take it everywhere we go.
Do you have a roof? Is the Safari here made of aluminum? No? Yes.
This one is from the Series 1. This Safari is from another one. This is from another. And I still have another one from Series 1.
I have a bunch of them.
After this, there are some little horses. The last original merry-go-round, a real working one that exists in Spain. They're in Barcelona, in Alfonso de Simón Sabio Square, and all the pieces are from the 1950s made of iron. This is iron, not, yes, there's nothing made of fiberglass. And your turn? I keep restoring them, I keep changing them, and now I'm restoring a bus. Here are the wheels of the bus. And, well, from time to time they change them because they're part of the neighborhood landscape. And all the kids who are now 50 years old and so on, they've all climbed up there, and, well, we've been restoring these, we've restored them. A Julieta, who's there? Who's on the merry-go-round? Yes, there's a shark, there's a fire truck, right?
Do you have any photos of this that you could send me?
Well, yes.
Well, if this gentleman sends them to me, I'll send them to you. I'll put the photos at the end of the video, and I think what you're doing is quite interesting. Are you doing more than just restoring vehicles? Yes, it's part of the city's history. You also have some of those old workshop furniture pieces, right? Made of wood, right? All about storing things. Are the screws made of wood too or not? Yes, traditional ones. Yes, staples and a bit of everything.
And, well, more or less. To work, we have 2 spaces, yes.
Space, and what these gentlemen are missing is hours. Yes, and besides, I come and take 2 hours of work from you. Okay?
It's also appreciated for the brain. Sometimes these moments of speaking the same language are appreciated.
Well, I'm glad it didn't bother you. And I hope you really enjoyed today's video because honestly, I loved it. I had a good time, and I hope you were able to experience and understand this gentleman a little bit. And why is he so well known in the world of classical music? Thank you very much. It's truly been a pleasure.
This is your home. You can come whenever you want.
Don't tell me twice.
Because you won't find water like this anywhere else.
My name is Mark, and I'm crazy about cars.